Hey guys, Dr. Decks here. Today we are installing a zip-up ceiling underneath an existing deck structure. So if you like what you see or you want to learn a little bit more about zip-up ceiling, don't forget to click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified when we're putting out new content. We're rapidly approaching 100,000 followers, so we'd appreciate that if you click that subscribe button. Okay, so basically what zip-up ceiling is, it's a product that goes in underneath your deck to keep it dry, okay? So it catches all the water and diverts it out to the end of the deck, and then it drains off. So basically there's only 3 parts to this system, and I'm gonna explain to you what has to be done. Actually 4 parts. There's 4 parts to this system. One of them we have to create, and then the other 3 are right here on the back of the truck. So you have to create, for every 3 feet of run, you have to create a 1/2 inch of pitch for the water to drain down and out. There's a hanging rail that goes right onto the side of the house. So this piece goes into the side of the house, right underneath the deck, and then this is your main rail. So once you pitch the deck, every 3 feet you have a 1/2 inch of drainage. So at 3 feet you have a 1/2 inch, at 6 feet you have 1 inch, at 9 feet you have 1.5 inches, and so on and so forth. And then once that's done, this rail right here goes into this, and then it gets screwed to all of your pitch rails every 3 feet. So then once this is installed, right, then you'll see that the underneath has a groove. So you actually install these as you build the system. So you'll put one in on the end, and then you'll put this product in, and then the panel right here goes in, and it snaps into the bottom of this system, like so. It's pretty quick. Once you have the framework set, then these go in and they snap in like so. Actually, it might be easier if I flip this over. And this color is beige, and it's serrated, so it has kind of a texture to it. Okay, so flip that over. There we go. So once this rail's installed, then you put these in, and there's 2 panels, 2 serrated panels go into each system, and they snap in. Obviously, if I had these screwed together, they'd be rigid and it'd be a lot easier to install. But you can see how they kind of snap together, and then each half covers up this gap, and then it stays watertight, and then the water drains on the backside of these panels and out. It's gonna take us a minute to get there. I thought the pitch rails were included in this package, and they're not. To create the pitch that we need for this project, I need to go get some treated lumber and bring it back to the job site so that we can actually get the framework installed. So while I'm doing that, Shannon's gonna install some V-bracing and recess it. We had some V-bracing installed. It has to be recessed into the deck because if it hangs down, it's gonna be all in our way for installing these. So that's what's on board right now. That's what we're doing. So we've pretty much installed most of this zip-up ceiling, but what we did was we added pitch by doing a 1/2 inch shim here and then a 1 inch shim down here, and then we put these rails in. This is what the rail looks like, okay? And one side's flat and one side has a grooved edge. That grooved edge of the rail, it fits inside of this panel right here on the inside, okay? So this is the inside of the panel. So we notched it out right here and here, so it fits inside of this wall trim. And this is what the other side, this is the exposed side. This is like a serrated look. So these panels just slip in and then they fit into this track. This track has the 2 slots. One slot's for this side, one slot's for the other side, okay? So now all I gotta do is take my panel and get it inside the wall track and then knock it over. So I think it's about where it needs to go. And then I take a mallet and I lightly start tapping it in. And these panels pretty much align themselves as you go. If you take it easy, you don't have to use a lot of force to get these to go in. Okay? And then once that's done, you take your next track and you blink your light because you need a battery. And then you come over here. Now I've got a couple obstacles, so I'm gonna have to start this one from the other side. I've got a joist hanger that I might have to, looks like I'm gonna have to notch. But let me give you guys the idea here. Once this is in, you just snap this side up, it locks in, and then you just run the next panel. So that's what this is all about. Then any water that comes through the deck will land in these panels and then it'll exit out this way. So a gutter has to be added after the fact. We don't do that. Somebody else will do that. But there you go. There's the finished look, guys. The sun just cracked and it's putting a really wicked shadow on the top of this ceiling, but we're just installing some drainage parts for our gutter system that's going to be coming in the future. But the we got the entire zip-up ceiling done today. Wasn't sure if we're going to make it, but we did. So tomorrow we'll finish putting up the drainage area right here, and it looks really good. So pretty happy with the way this turned out. Looks nice and flat, has proper drainage. It was raining earlier, so got a lot of good pitch on it. I hope that helps you out. All right, over and out.